Hi everyone, Flavia here. Today I'm going to talk about photo editing software. I'm sure most people heard about Photoshop, but do you actually need Photoshop? Is there something else out there that you can use? What is it? How do we use it? So, these days we have a lot of options, not just Photoshop, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a few of them. So, what I use Lightroom and Photoshop. Lightroom is actually an editing software that is very powerful. Lightroom allows you to catalog your images, and it's also a non-destructive software, meaning it saves all the alterations in a different file. Lightroom works very well with Photoshop, so whatever Lightroom cannot do, that's what I use Photoshop for, such as layers. So if I need to do something that Lightroom will allow me to do, I can open Photoshop from Lightroom, do whatever alteration I need to do, save the file, and go back to Lightroom. They work very well together. That's what I need most of the time. Now, another option, Photoshop Elements. Photoshop Elements is less expensive version of Photoshop, but it's also very limited. So it's more for people who don't need a lot of complex things to do. One more option out there that it's GIMP. GIMP stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. GIMP is free, and GIMP can be run from anywhere. It can be run directly from the cloud. It can be run from an external hard drive, a local folder, whatever. You don't need to install it on your computer. It also has some of the same features as Photoshop, and such as cropping and resizing and layers. Another software that's very good that people are liking out there is ON1 Photo Raw. ON1 combines Lightroom, a little bit of Lightroom, a little bit of Photoshop, a little bit of Photoshop Elements. It takes all those things, and it's a non-destructive tool. So it's, like I said before, it saves all your alterations in a different file, and it has layers like Photoshop. It has sliders like Lightroom, and like Lightroom, it also allows you to cool and organize your images. So this video is not meant to teach you how to use anything and tell you what's the best. Like for me, I use Photoshop and Lightroom, and Photoshop and Lightroom are the most famous ones and the industry standard these days. But there's other options out there, not just the ones I mentioned. So you can research and figure out what's best for you, what's best for your budget, what's best for your work, and just use it. Let me know what you would think. Have you heard of other things? Have you used other options? I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a note. Bye. See you next time.